in that statistical category. We're going to step aside for one more moment as we await for Ben Johns to take the stage against Tyson McGuffin in a classic rivalry matchup.
For entrepreneurs, there's a lot you need to learn. Know what makes you good, what makes you different. Amazon has been a trusted partner from day one, and that really changed the game for us.
More than 60% of sales in Amazon's store come from independent sellers.
Tens of thousands of customers wrote about Carvana being smooth in their 5-star reviews, including Terry.
To be honest, I thought it was almost too smooth, but Carvana was super transparent from beginning to end. Car details, financing, every step, and there were no surprises. Well, my monthly payment did come out lower than expected. Then I got to pick up my Mustang at the vending machine, and it was so fun and exciting, I did a little dance. Trust me, financing my car with Carvana was super smooth.
Finance your next car with Carvana today.
One great tip I would give to someone that's just getting into the sport is drill a lot. I think that's the best way to get better, but I mean, pickleball is a fun sport. The community is what makes it great, so having fun out there too is important.
Don't forget the fun, because it is a lot of fun. It's very addicting and a lot of fun.
Get a good paddle. That's gonna help your game. It makes a lot of difference.
Drill more than you actually play. You can get better playing with a foursome, but you always get better faster when you actually drill with a purpose.
You just stand at the kitchen line, just get up there, try to get as good as you can, and then work your way back. Pretty opposite of tennis. Pickleball, start at the net and work your way back would be my advice.
Play as much as possible, pick one of your favorite players, try to replicate what they do and implement everything they do in your game.
The number one tip I would give would be to be patient with yourself. When you're patient with yourself and allow yourself time to grow, you'll improve faster.
You got to stop using your wrist nearly as much as you are. Everyone tries to use this a ton, and they shouldn't be doing it.
Probably the most important tip is less is more. I think perfect your fundamentals, really have a good foundation with your technique, and I think have some freaking fun out there.
Tyson McGuffin is one of the true legends of the game who has been fighting for every point since he made his professional debut in 2016. Back then when he was sleeping in his car between tournaments, just scraping by with no money and no guarantees. And look where he is now. And Rob Cassidy, you are very excited about this matchup for a couple of reasons. Help us understand why.
Yeah, I mean, this is a gold medal match, first round of the day. This is going to be crazy. And every match this weekend from here on out has the potential to be, you know, match of the year. So who knows what's going to happen on championship court right now. You know, we got Ben Johns, who's, you know, notoriously known as a slow starter, if you will. He kind of eases into his day and then gets business done later. So there is a window of opportunity for Tyson to really take care of business here early. And the Tyson McGuffin that I'm looking at right now is very fresh, very prepared, and unfazable he looks right now. So this is going to be an interesting match coming up before us here.
Yeah, Ben Johns, at just 25 years old, has already amassed more titles and medals than anyone else in history. He is a force of nature on the court, who also makes the extraordinary look routine. So we'll see if that slow start hurts Ben Johns in this scenario, but what Ben Johns has accomplished at such a young age is not to be overstated. 140 career titles, Rob Cassidy, 40 in singles. Most players are happy to just get one. I think we take it for granted, especially nowadays with how hard it is to win in men's singles, just how significant those numbers are for a player like Ben Johns.
Truly, he is the faker of pickleball.
The faker?
Yeah, faker. The greatest league player of all time. 7 world titles.
Love it.
Yeah. Ben Johns, the gamer of gamers, to serve here on championship court.
Beautiful finish, inside out, crispy start for Ben Johns.
It's that similar situation as Anna Leigh Waters. You know, if they're in your pool, you got to get as many points as you can, because that is going to be important in advancing. Slice return.
It's deep, heavy drive from Ben Johns. Mentioned the drought for Tyson McGuffin in terms of gold medals. Hasn't won it since August of last year in 23.
Sure. No.
Cat and mouse. Tyson McGuffin dangles it. Perfectly placed.
I really like those points. You know, people say pickleball, you know, the uneducated might describe it as a non-athletic sport, but Tyson just made Ben run several sprints.
Ooh. Inside in and a beauty for Tyson McGuffin.
Those long-winded points, they can extend into the next point to come if you're not careful.
1, 2.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Fadeaway dropper from Tyson McGuffin. Ties it up. That was pretty.
2, 2. Line out.
Gives it right back to Ben Johns. These two have met many times on the Carvana PPA Tour. We have witnessed so many battles between these two greats. 71% career win record for Tyson McGuffin.
It's an unbelievable win percentage, 74%.
And he's been around the game for so long, so much history there.
3, 2. Line out.
Wide for Ben. How about the head-to-head numbers, though, Rob? 19 total matches played between these two on the PPA Tour, and Ben Johns has won 18 of those. Tyson won most recently at the Medical Orange County Cup here this season, though. In the bronze medal match.
Oh,
service warning.
Yeah.
2, 3.
First service warning.
Slapper from Tyson McGuffin. Packs so much power behind that drive.
It's nice to see that service warning administered. You know, the warning's a great way to let them know. Yeah, got to have that contact a little lower.
Point.
Loving, like I mentioned, McGuffin unfazed by it. Right, still back to business here. He's got that fire that he needs to get this mission done.
4, 3. Line out.
He's going for it. Like you said, he's got to go for it.
Yeah, sun's peeking through here in San Clemente. Fans are trickling in.
3, 4.
Watching the world's best compete in pool play action. Trying to bid a spot in the semifinals on Saturday.
Point.
Feathery drop from Ben Johns. We'll tie it back up at 4.
These guys play at such a high level. There's just small takeaways to take to your game at home. The drop shot to the righty backhand is a great tool to have out there, folks. Ben goes to it again. And again, only this time wide.
Looks to the skies in disgust. Tyson McGuffin recovers the serve back on his side.
Four, 4. Line out.
These two going tit for tat earlier in this match.
4, 4.
Points at a premium.
Sure.
Line out. 4-4. Point.
Big drive from Tyson McGuffin, cross court. You can drop it there, or you can drive it like Tyson McGuffin just did.
Yeah, and with the ball path like that.
5-4.
Some call it the drip. Again.
Point.
2-point lead for Tyson McGuffin.
6-4.
Inside out, heavy drive to the corner, and McGuffin's on top by 3.
Free singles clinic from Tyson McGuffin here. Minimal backswing. He's just getting that ball on Ben so quick that Ben just has very little time to react to the spots that he's picking.
Hooks it inside.
McGuffin closes in on that one well, but Ben with the checkmate. 10-year difference between these boys.
Yeah, it's wild to think about. Contrast in generational talents. Love to see the Tyson McGuffins of the world still alive and well, 34 years old. And there he goes with a perfect volley. Looks to his family on the bench, his wife Meg, and his kiddos. Follow him wherever they go on the indie player box section.
Yeah, you see pictures of Tyson McGuffin from 5 or 6 years ago. It looks exactly like his son. Exactly. It's so,
it's so true. Great run from McGuffin. Ben Johns puts an end to it there, gets the serve back in a 3-point hole situation in game 1. Into the net on the third for Ben Johns, who looks frustrated. No points for him. Empty trip. And there's a look at Meg McGuffin, the lovely wife of Tyson McGuffin. They also have a great series out on Pickleball TV called Making McGuffins. You can catch it every Monday night. Very authentic in their travels. Busy schedule. That's why for McGuffin. Good pressure for Ben now, looking to pay it off on his serve.
Wow.
Side out finish. It's great stuff for Ben Johns. Are you seeing the slow start that you talked about at the Open, or is it just a product of what Tyson McGuffin has done to this point outside of that?
I'm already seeing him play more solid now than at the beginning of this game. So, yes, he's still definitely warming up, and he's going to be...
So this is the only match in pool play between these two. Top 2 players will advance to the semifinal on Saturday. So every point matters. Tie-break situation, there could be interesting nuances there, especially for a player like Ben Johns if he's a slow starter in some. But the format of matches is similar to a progression draw. We've got 4 singles matchups for you on the day. Then we move to mixed doubles and then gender doubles. So this will be the format all the way through Friday until we determine the semifinal advanced players. And slip up on the return for Ben Johns. Tyson McGuffin back on top by 2.
8-6. Side out. Six-8.
Feisty point for Ben Johns.
Yeah, and what I saw on that one was he just got low, stayed low, and ripped that ball so well. Let's take another look on this one here. So good. The stability of Ben Johns is one of the many things that makes him so great. Balance and stability on every shot.
Line up. Go, baby. Come on. Your turn. Come on, your turn. 8-7. Point.
Tyson McGuffin takes another one. 9-7 lead. He needs 2 to take the first off Ben Johns.
Say it ain't so. He's come all this way. Doesn't want to give this one up just yet. Still at 2.
That gives it right back to McGuffin. Talking to himself.
Yep.
On his way back, what were you going to say?
Even just taking a game from Ben Johns is going to be monumental for moving forward this weekend in the singles draw. Big point.
Massive point. Game point for Tyson McGuffin.
Game point. 10-7.
And Johns not going down easily. Gets back the serve in a 3-point hole to try and catch Tyson in game 1.
He's working it out. See what he does with the serve possession.
Point.
Nice drop from Ben Johns. He'll take 1 back, needs 2. The Ernie pool also features Connor Garnett and Kwong Duong. So this is the first of many battles for both players, quite frankly. Inside out pass. Ben Johns with a chance to tie it now at 10.
This is what he does. Can Tyson hold him here?
9-10.
Leaves it a little high. He's going to give Ben the 10. More work for himself now as it'll take at least 12 to get it done. This, yeah, that cross court just a little high. Keep Ben in it.
Point.
Oh no.
And surrendering game point after having one of his own. Ben Johns with a chance to take it. Tyson. What a sequence for Tyson McGuffin. Placed it perfectly to hold off game points against Johns.
Ben goes to the well, relentless to the backhand there, and Tyson's able to shut it down to keep him in it. It's getting spicy.
10-11. Line out.
And Johns, yeah, it is tough. Tyson McGuffin does all that work to get to game point, and then Ben Johns recovers his second game point of game 1.
Relentless to the backhand.
Wow, Tyson McGuffin lets out a roar. Commands the kitchen with his presence.
Got 3 points to go. Let's see if he can push through here. Being able to shut down that assault to his backhand is what's keeping him in this. I think Ben is opening doors to have more options later as he'll be able to attack that forehand, but here we are.
A chance to tie it, and he does on the inside out slapper from the forehand. 11 all. Chance to go back up game point here for McGuffin, a 34-year-old legend.
11-11.
Ooh, it's wide, just barely missing.
That time Tyson's positioning really kind of restricting Ben to that, to force that backhand, which was nice. He's got to pick up where he left off.
11-11. Point.
Backhand has been troublesome. Tyson McGuffin finds it again. Game point number 2 for Tyson McGuffin.
12-11.
He wills it to the corner again, and Tyson McGuffin takes the first off Ben Johns, 13-11.
Way to pull it out. Way to close that book on game 1. A little bit of what we might have expected.
0-0.
Top 2 will advance to the semis on Saturday.
Nice.
Nice play by Ben Johns. Looking more Ben Johns-esque in the opening point in game 2.
Yeah, the onslaught turned into a setup to that backhand, giving him that checkmate cross court. So good.
1-0.
Inside out. Ben Johns starting out with a statement performance so far, game 2.
It's just tiny, subtle adjustments. It's not like he needs to adjust and change his whole game plan. Just
2-0.
some small nuances, and I feel like he's on a good track thus far.
That's deep, heavy serve from Ben Johns.
3-0. Fight out. Zero, 3.
Heavy push from McGuffin, just a bit wide.
Zero. Point.
Another one for Ben Johns. Johns will take on Connor Garnett tomorrow in men's singles. Tyson has the young Kwong Duong.
4-0.
And then Friday, Ben has Q and Tyson has Connor. Nice. Deflection from the kitchen for Tyson McGuffin, earns the side out. So how would you approach this pool format? When you know your opponent each day, you can kind of strategize based on each day, knowing your matchups, knowing who you're playing. Similar to other tournaments or any different? Nice, just one. Oh.
Yeah, I think the approach comes, weeks and weeks prior, when you know who you're going to play and just kind of finding the patterns and the preferences of the opponent. I think a lot of time scouting would be huge and drilling what's going to defeat those patterns. That's crazy stuff, but we got some crazy competitors out there that are up for it. And in San Diego, Connor Garnett's been out there twice a day training at the Hub San Diego with his coach Austin Svem. So these players are committed, and tape's a big part of it. So that's how they're approaching it, and every match needs to be that gold medal match situation.
4-0.
Oh, off the tape, lands in for Ben Johns. 5-0 start.
There's some players that hate the slice return. There's other players that love it. I think Ben Johns is one of those players that loves it and just takes the backspin that you provide and turn it into double the amount of topspin for an even better rip. So that's what you're going to get.
Hot start of Tyson McGuffin, another iconic great in professional pickleball. Heavy slice from McGuffin, and Rob Cassidy pointed out that Ben Johns likes the slice. Got another chance at it there. 6-0 lead for Ben in game 2.
6-0. Light out.
Off the hook for now for Tyson McGuffin.
0-6.
Just wide. Empty trip again to the baseline for McGuffin. Ben Johns will look to rattle off 5 straight to force it to a third.
6-0.
Nice. Well, that's just an incomprehensible exchange between these two. That's just elite singles. That's the point breakdown right there. For Tyson to be able to pull that shot off to that sideline.
Point.
And now here comes the determination factor. Is he determined to score 6 points, get back in this game right here?
Ooh. Gets another. Tyson McGuffin is a warrior. He has proven that time and time again. You can never count him out of matches. He's known for his comeback ability amongst many other skill sets. But the mental strength, certainly one of them.
Yeah, he's a hunter. He doesn't keep track of the score per se. It's every point, and he can smell blood sometimes, and you can just see him get motivated and jump on those opportunities. He can sense when his opponent's being defeated.
Point.
Mentally, physically.
Inside in and a little bark from Tyson McGuffin. That's when you know he's locked in and ready to roll.
4-6.
Another one. Don't look now, but a little comeback brewing for Tyson McGuffin.
Yeah, and the point to the court, I want it this game, this one right here. I like that. It's that low indication, 0 backswing. I love that shot. The timing is on point. Putting it on Ben quick. Short.
Tie game. 6 apiece.
Keeping it on court, keeping it out of Ben's range, forcing him to try.
6-6. Light out. Six.
Beautiful finishing touch for Tyson McGuffin. So good at keeping that ball out in front, redirecting it exactly where he wants it to go deceptively.
6-6. Light out.
Can't pay it off though for a point. Serve back on the side of Ben Johns.
Yeah, the importance of serve return there for Ben.
6-6.
Oh. The onslaught to the backhand prevails. We're playing now.
Oh. Guffin will get away with one there off the tape. Chance to tie it.
It's great use of the top of the net. Smart decision making by Tyson.
6-7.
Nasty serve, nasty serve.
Point.
Ben Johns has been handling it well. Tyson McGuffin, one of the best serves in the game.
7-7.
7-all. McGuffin could take it in 2.
Side out.
Until he hit that third into the net. I'll have to wait on that thought. Ben Johns recovers the serve.
Seven. Point.
Yeah, McGuffin thought he had it in his strike zone, but Ben Johns prevails. 1 point lead back to the 2 seat.
That would have been a clutch counter.
8-7.
It's almost what he's looking for, really. Oh, yeah. Great extension. 60s here in San Clemente, so that could be a contributing factor why he's using a less powerful paddle. Drop the ball on dimes like that. No match for McGuffin.
Yeah, that was a great point for Tyson McGuffin. Scoots along the kitchen, gets the ball back, needed to, avoids a game point there. The sign of Ben Johns. Ooh.
Not clear.
Ben Johns looking for clarity. I thought that was right on the line from my vantage point a couple of weekends ago. And yep, no need for AI on that one. That is square on the line. But it's nice, the AI, there's the look at the AI technology. If you didn't catch Major League Pickleball, it is a reflection of the contact point of the ball on the bottom, but they put it on the top for us to reference. So now there's no mystery here of 25%, 75%, any of that. It is all just crystal clear where the ball is.
After review, the in-ruling stance. The ball was in. Loss of challenge, loss of timeout. 1 timeout remaining. No timeouts remaining. We'll resume play at 8-9.
And I do like that processing, Michelle. You know, Ben wasn't exactly sure, called the ball in, checked to see to get the ball right, using his replay wisely. Good stuff.
8-9.
Clean rip for McGuffin to tie it at 9. Clutch performance in the later half of game 2.
That is too fast. This is a shot that you're going to want to develop. 0 backswing, all power, Tyson McGuffin.
Oh, that ball gets away from him. Tyson didn't look like he liked the bounce on that one.
Yeah, a little bit of an unpredicted bounce mixed with a dynamic movement, and that's what you're going to get. No adjustments need to be made.
Oh, just fumbled the volley over and survives a heavy drive from Ben Johns, who was handling the slice, as you pointed out earlier, a couple of times in that sequence.
Oh, lucky block. It's going to keep him in it here. Gets his paddle on it. I mean, that's what he intended on doing. And now I feel like he smells the blood.
Down it goes. McGuffin with a match point on Ben Johns.
Match point. Nine.
Oh, man. That just makes me say we are long from over. I don't want to guess anything, but anytime Ben gets another serve possession, it's dangerous territory. Here we go. Oh, no.
Layup of a third into the net. Ben Johns shakes his head in disgust. Match point number 2 for Tyson McGuffin.
10-9.
Heavy drive, and it's done. Tyson McGuffin, he's still got the fire and a burning desire to prove himself at the top on the biggest stages. and earns his second career win over Ben Johns. Before this, it's been quite some time since you've had a win over a player like Ben Johns, though my records say you beat him this year in the bronze medal match, but the record is slanted in his favor. What does this moment mean for you?
Yeah, it means a lot, you know. Me being 34 and just knowing that I can still compete at this level in singles in my 30s. I'm just grateful to be doing it. So, but I haven't beat Benny for like 2 years now. Definitely nice to get over the hump. But yeah, I felt like serving-wise was getting good depth on the serve, and just the combos. I was able to kind of drive and close, and I thought I was dictating well with the serve and the forehand. On the returning side, got good depth. I felt like I was defending well as well, and yeah, things went my way.
Absolutely. Tyson McGuffin, you're looking sharp and you're playing even sharper. What's one thing that you're doing off the court that's allowing you to still play at this elite level?
You know, Robbie, taking care of my body, trying to be as disciplined as I can with my diet, doing lots of hot yoga, still in the gym plenty. A lot of contrast therapy, sauna and cold plunge, and have a good supportive system around me, so that definitely plays a big part.
Well, yeah, it takes a lot to keep up with the youngsters nowadays. You've got a birthday just around the corner at 35 years old. Tyson, you've been doing this since 2016. Referenced the moments back in that time where you were sleeping in your car just to make ends meet and just play the sport that you happen to fall in love with how far you've come and how far the sport's come and where we're at now at the PPA final in this beautiful venue. What do you have to say about the journey of pickleball to this point?
Yeah, it's been awesome. There's so many great people playing this game, and the sport's getting built worldwide, and I'm just happy to be a part of it and happy to still be competing.
Well, Tyson, congratulations on a monstrous performance for you, and you will be back in action later on, and we appreciate you spending part of your time with us.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Coming up next, it's women's